chapter 34. And chapter 34 is a summary from Egypt to where they are, from where they were to where they are. And I think all of us need this. We need to know where we came from because we're sinners, because we are not yet completely finished with this sinful life. We need to be reminded where we came from and where we are and where we're going. It's totally necessary. They certainly are not done. God isn't done with them, but God has brought them a long way, and they are a long way from where they were as slaves to Pharaoh. Okay, so this is a summary chapter, and there will be times in your life and my life that you're going to need to stop and take assessment. What has happened? Where am I? What has God put me through? How far has He got me? Is He working in my life at all? These are questions to ask yourself prayerfully as we look today into this side, this story of what happened in God's people over a long period of time. This is over more than 40 years. Okay. So, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Command the children of Israel, and say to them, When you came into the land of Canaan, this is the land that you shall fall unto you for an inheritance, even the land of Canaan with the coast thereof. Then your south quarter shall be the wilderness of Zin by the coast of Edom, and your south border shall be the utmost coast of the salt sea southward. So these are the two cities, the Mediterranean, and then a certain layer on the bottom. That's your farthest south coast. And going thereof shall be from the south to Kadesh Barnea. Remember, that was where they came in at the beginning. They went in at Kadesh Barnea to spy out the land. That's the very bottom of the country. And to Haradezar and pass on to Asmon. Okay, so cities, mountains, rivers, oceans. This is the mark of your inheritance. And the border shall fetch a compass. I love that term. Such a King Jamesism. Fetch a compass means go around. Okay, if you fetch a compass, that means that the whole compass needle goes around. So it means you turn and go all the way around, and so you're looking west, north, south, east. That's fetching a compass. Okay, from Asmon to the river of Egypt, and the going shall be at the sea. And as for the western border, you have the great sea for a border. This shall be your west border. And this shall be your north border. From the great sea you shall point to Mount Hor, and from Mount Hor you shall point out your border to the entrance of Hasmoth, and the goings forth of the border shall be to Zedad. Okay, so you've got basically a rectangle right there on the coast that goes all the way to the Jordan River. Okay, so north is you've got a couple big mountains, and south you've got a desert. Okay, so that's the inheritance of the promised land. And this still is beautiful land. This is fighting over land. People fight over this land and have for centuries and centuries. So this is a productive, beautiful, beautiful agricultural place. You think of it as desert, but south is desert, and then when you go off, there's springs and streams, and it's full of abundance, and still is, even now, it's full of abundance. And you should point out the border from Hazarmon to Shaphim, and the coast shall go down from Shephah to Riblah on the east of the Ain, and the border shall descend and reach until the South Sea of Chinnoeth eastward. Okay, so it goes all the way around as a square. The border shall go down to the Jordan. All right, so the Jordan River is the east coast of this country, and the goings out shall be the salt sea, and this shall be your land with the coast round about. And Moses commanded the children of Israel, saying, This is the land which you shall inherit by lot, which the Lord commanded to give to the 9 tribes and to the half tribe. You remember there were 12 tribes, but 2.5 tribes have said, we would rather have our inheritance outside of Canaan. We like this land of Gilead on the east coast of the river, so we want that. You take the rest for yourself. We'll be fine. Okay, we've already talked about that. For the tribe of the children of Judah, according to the house of their fathers, the tribe of the children of Gad, according to the house of their fathers, have received their inheritance, and the half tribe of Manasseh have received their inheritance. So even Manasseh is breaking apart from their brothers. So they're close relatives because they saw something else. They saw something shiny and pretty that they wanted, and they wanted it right now. They weren't willing to wait for what God had for them. They saw something, they wanted it, and I'm going to have it. And many times God will say, okay, you can have what you want. If you're so wanting it right now, you can have it. But what have I traded to have what I want when I don't know enough to know what I want or what God would have for me? I would say, no, I'll trade that all for what I have in this paper bag or whatever I can see right now out of my eyes. And this is what these 2.5 tribes did. 15. The 2 tribes and the half have received their inheritance on this side of Jordan, near the Jericho eastward towards the sun rising. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, These are the names of the men which you should divide the land unto you. Okay, so we've got 12 tribes, okay, or 9.5 tribes already that's on this side. And here are their princes. Each tribe has a prince. You can see that. And that's how the chapter ends. So we're ready. We're right on the border. We're right on the border. And this is going to happen. These are the people that are come and will draw the lots together, and you will all have your farms. Okay, so there's a building crescendo here. Now remember, the whole book of Deuteronomy is standing on the border, ready to cross, and you're going to get the whole law again. You're going to get a retelling. That's Deutero. The second time through, that's what Deuteronomos. Nomos is law, second time of the law. So the people who are going in were kids when the law was given. So now the law is given to them, and it's for them, and they're going to go into the land and possess it. Okay? All right. I will see you tomorrow.